Good morning, and welcome to another Extraordinary Connection. I am Pastor Matthew Chapman. It is a blessing and honor to be with you this morning, or afternoon, or late at night, or second breakfast, whenever you're watching this. I'm glad you're here. So I've been doing 4 weeks of studying the book of Revelation with my church, Traverse Bay United Methodist. And if you are a member, thank you for showing up these 4 weeks. Revelation is, it's a difficult little book, but it is one that is still filled with hope. Because what I truly believe is that all Scripture is good news. And if something's not good news, one of two things is happening. One, you're on the wrong side of Scripture. So you are not protecting the oppressed and the hungry and the poor and the immigrant. You are not loving neighbor as self. And if that's the case, make the book be good news. Work on those things. Align your heart to the heart of God, and it's good news. The second thing that happens is people don't understand what the book is saying. Whether it's Revelation, whether it's another book, when we don't understand Scripture, it can easily turn from good news to something that is not. Now, one thing that's been going through my mind when reading Revelation has been Julian of Norwich's famous statement, "All shall be well. All shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well." Yes, what's written on my shirt. And so if you don't know who Julian of Norwich is, she was an anchoress, a woman literally blocked up inside a church in England. And she was given food, and but did this as a way of separating herself from society, but still being there within it. Think of how some of the desert fathers or mothers or religious hermits or monks or nuns separate themselves to really focus on God. Julian did this, but downtown, inside the church. And people would go to her for prayers and advice. But while she did this, she had many ecstatic visions from God. And out of all of this, one of her famous quotes, "All shall be well." Now, I think a lot of us could just see that as being a Pollyanna. We are in the middle of a pandemic, Julian. We are in the middle of political divisions. We are in the middle of the United Methodist Church looking at divisions. And she would nod, I would imagine. Because when she said this, she was in the middle of a pandemic too, the bubonic plague. So it's not a Pollyanna thing of hope. It's not that tomorrow's going to be fine. That is very different than all shall be well. Because tomorrow might suck. It might suck worse than today. Depending on what day you listen to this, that might be the case exactly. But what she means is that on God's great day, on the day the trumpet is blasted, on the day that Christ comes to make all things new, all shall be well. So let's look at what Scripture says about that. Let's look at Revelation chapter 22. "The angel showed me a river of the water of life, bright as crystal, flowing from the throne of God and of the Lamb, through the middle of the street of the city. On either side of the river is a tree of life with its 12 kinds of fruit, producing fruit in each month. The leaves of the tree are for the healing of the nations. Nothing accursed will be found there anymore. But the throne of God and the Lamb will be in it, and his servants will worship him. They will see his face, and his name will be on their foreheads. And there will be no more night. They will need no light of lamp or sun, for God will be their light, and they will reign forever and ever. All shall be well. To say all shall be well is a statement of faith. It's no matter how dark it gets, no matter how numbers of COVID rates rise, no matter how much hate we see spewed on social media and in our streets, no matter how divided our society, our church, our families are, that all shall be well. It's a hope. It's a hope of a promise we've been given. And so, friends, I think that is really good news. Peace be with you.